So before we get into Andor and my thoughts on these episodes and doing all the bits that I normally like to do with these videos, I just need to say something and make some things very, very clear. For those people out there that enjoy Andor and continue to watch the show and are looking for my honest thoughts on it and maybe don't like my thoughts, I will first off say that if you enjoy Andor, more power to you. And I hope you continue to enjoy the show. And we'll even get into in this video some things that I did actually enjoy about this week's set of episodes when it comes to Andor. Now, to those out there who last week chose to say a bunch of just absolute nonsense, just the people that are like, oh, you don't know anything about Star Wars, you're not a true Star Wars fan if you don't like Andor. Basically, where this is all coming from, right? If you missed last week's video, the Andor Brigade pretty much found my video. And of course, because I didn't like Andor and I didn't have good things to say about it, people took it personally. And it's really not that personal, guys. But then people chose to make it personal with me. So to those people, if you continue to not like my videos or don't like my opinions when it comes to Andor, I don't give a. And to all of you guys, again, that have enjoyed Andor and have respectfully disagreed with my opinions and continue to watch my videos for the sake of entertainment, I apologize that this is having to be said. This is not about you guys. But I cannot go on here and pretend to like something that I don't. I've never held back on my opinions. I don't cave into my opinions for anybody. And I understand if you disagree with my opinions. And that's cool. But when you choose to make it personal and start specifically calling me out, and I'm not going to go into all the things that were said because that's not important. But at the end of the day, just know those comments are getting banned and getting thrown off because that's not what this channel's about. So to all the people that continue to watch this video and continue to watch my other videos, I hope you enjoy the entertainment that I provide you with here. I will let you guys know that I'm going to have a couple extra bits in this episode about my Andor t-shirt and about the rock, paper, scissors stuff, simply because people got so annoyed with it last week. I decided to just double down on it for them. But I hope you guys enjoy today's video. I hope you guys enjoy my thoughts that I have on these episodes. And with that, I will first give you guys the Tony Gilroy bit of the episode, along with my reactions to some of the bits in these episodes. And then afterward, I will give you guys my thoughts on the overall episodes. Hope you enjoy. Hey, what's up, everybody? Man who famously hates Star Wars, Tony Gilroy here, and I want to thank you all for watching the latest episodes of the Andor series. Well, you have seen the Gorman Massacre. Very, very tragic situation there. But on a more positive note in this show, we got the debut of K2SO. It only took us a season and 3/4 of the way to get there. You know, we couldn't put him at the very beginning because otherwise he was just going to hijack the entire show and no one was going to talk about anything else besides him, so we had to save him for the end. I want to thank everybody that has supported this show. I love every single one of you. This show has had so many great adult themes in this show. Everyone loves the adult themes of this show, right? Everyone loves them. People say that it's never been done in Star Wars before, but you know who did it? I did it. You know what I did? I brought back the rock, paper, scissors. Oh my gosh, fan-frickin-tastic, folks. Everybody has been loving the rock, paper, scissors. People have been going around the streets. They've been going rock, paper, scissors. Everyone loves it. You now see children in schools doing it all the time. You gotta be careful though, kids. It's very adult. You guys gotta play responsibly, all right? Have some adults with you when you do it. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you guys check out the rest of the Andor episodes. And remember, Star Wars sucks. An hour? Another week of Andor, guys, and I'm wearing the shirt since everybody loved it so much. I'm just gonna wear it more now. I actually could have used the recap because I feel like I've already forgotten everything that happened last week. It's just like 1 year later, again. Hey, we're on Yavin at the Rebel base. Oh my gosh, let's go. I hope we get more rock, paper, scissors this week. Come on, more rock, paper, scissors. Let's go. I still don't get why Deidre's with this guy. How many minutes are we in and there's still no rock, paper, scissors? So this is supposed to be like Mon Mothma's right-hand person now. Like, this is the guy from Rebels. That's like with her when she's with Hera and the Ghost Crew. Yeah, no, if Mothma does that message that we see in the bit of Rebels in here, we could see her going for, like, to the Ghost. Potentially. Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, that was a not half bad scene. Almost like when the Force is involved, things actually get interesting. Or just tell a Cad Bane backstory, that works too. Alright, episode 7 in the bag. How to sum that up? One up, Cassian has an arm injury. Move on to episode 8. But unfortunately we didn't see any rock, paper, scissors, so it's really unfortunate. Oh, not the mom again. Oh, and the spiders are back too, great. Hope you don't mind I stole one of your granola bars, by the way. He's gonna like try and take the shot, but then they're all gonna start getting massacred before he has the chance to do it. Hey, K2, right? Finally? Oh, there's a bunch of them. It's like Jedi Fallen Order. They all just start standing up and going against you. We are the goer the galaxy is watching. That's gonna be like the new one way out thing. Lord Beckett, they've started to sing.
Finally.
Alright, once again, this is taking too long to get to the point. Bro, these K2 droids are the best part of this show! These guys are insane! Oh, dude, hands down, I'm not even joking. The K2 droids are the best part of this. Holy crap. Dude, this is crazy. I would say, like, the final 15 minutes of that episode was crazy. Like, crazy, I would say, like, in a good way. But the rest of the episode was kind of eh. Alright, episode 9, here we go. It's fake Bail Organa! This is by far the most interesting episode of this entire series. Come on, Mon, this is your moment. Do it, girl, come on.
Fellow senators, friends, we become vulnerable to the appetite of whatever monsters breathe.
This is gonna keep Cassian in the fight. This speech.
What happened yesterday on Andor was unprovoked genocide.
Damn!
The monster he helped create, the monster who will come for us all soon enough.
The monster will...
Emperor Palpatine.
The monster who will come for us all soon enough is Emperor Palpatine. Oh my gosh. Alright, party's over. Gotta go. Let's go. They got out, and Mon is like basically a part of the rebellion now. Gold Team's taking her to Yavin. That's the Rebels tie-in. And we're about to repair K2SO. Dude, his girl just left him. Oh, she'll find him all right. Dead.
If I've offended you, I apologize. If not, I'd appreciate you pointing that elsewhere.
The man is here. Dude, I don't know if I could say it though, like on camera. Because I've been so critical of this show, I don't know if I could do it. Alright. Episode 9, not the first two, but episode 9 was good. It was good. Alright, I said it. Now, let me kind of give you guys like a little brief overview of these episodes, right? So episode 7, it starts out with Cassian back on Andor. I would say like this episode, again, kind of like all the other Andor episodes, I didn't really like it. It wasn't for me. I did find it like curious of, oh, it feels like these guys aren't with Luthen much anymore. Like a lot of the characters that we've been seeing throughout this show don't appear to be with Luthen anymore. The scene with the older woman where she tried to use the Force and stuff, that was a little interesting. I was like, oh, okay, like, what's this about? Like, who is she? I was like, oh no, don't tell me they recasted Jocasta Nu too. Yeah, and listen, I stand by what I said. I don't like the recast for Bail. Nothing against the dude. It's just like, I don't know. He just doesn't seem like Bale to me. And maybe that's just because, like, I'm so used to, Jimmy Smits playing the role of the character. Even if they would have had, what I really would have wanted is if they would have had, like, Phil Lamar. Like, I know they wouldn't have had him play Bale, but even just come back to have him, like, voice him or something and have someone else just act as the body, But, Tony Gilroy, man who famously hates Star Wars, whatever. So episode 8, I don't have much to say about either because I feel like the majority of the episode was kind of Really, the only like interesting part of the episode was the final like 15 minutes with the Gorman massacre. I feel like once again, it was just like these episodes, like it just takes so freaking long to get to the point. I'm just like, man, come on. Like, all right, we get it. Like, stop stalling for time. Just get to the damn point. Now, it's funny because with like everything being said, right, about like me not liking the show and everything, I will say episode 9 of this series was by far the best episode of this series, and I actually really liked it. And it all came down to Mon Mothma. Like, this episode was really about her, and not just like, oh, like a wedding scene or whatever, like the storylines that were going on with her in season 1. This had a direct tie-in to Star Wars Rebels, and I think that's what had me so curious, because I remember like that speech that she has in the middle of Rebels season 3. And, like they sent, Thrawn sends Governor Price after her, and the Ghost crew have to get her to safety, get her to Dantooine to have her make her speech. And she does this big speech in front of the Empire on Coruscant, and the ramifications of that are felt through Rebels, because that's what they talk about. Like Mon Mothma giving this big speech in front of the Senate, calling out the Emperor for, the atrocities that happened on Gorman. And that's exactly what this was about. And it was like she was firing on all cylinders. Like this was, you guys know, for those who watched my Clone Wars videos, you guys know I'm not a big fan of Senate stuff. But man, there's a couple episodes with Padme and speech and, talking about the defeating the bill for the clones and everything. Like really good stuff. And this episode here, like, had a really good, impassionate speech by Senator Mon Mothma. And yeah, man, I tell you what, like, having Andor get her out of there too. And it was kind of like, all right, who do you trust? Who do you not trust? Like, well, clearly Bale's not setting her up. Like, that's not what Bale would do, but maybe that someone within his team is a traitor. And sure enough, that's what happened. But it was just like, it was so crazy. And then like the driver that was actually like someone spying on her, and Andor just straight up murdering him. Mon Mothma looking at all these killings, just like, oh my gosh, like what is happening here? Like she's never been in like the war zone like this before. But then it's interesting, right? Because then we get into Rebels, and we get to her speech that she has in, that summons the whole Rebel fleet to Dantooine. She's then says like, I'm done trying to do things from the Senate. I now want to be on the front lines with you guys. And they mention at the end of this episode that Gold Squadron's going to get her out to the Outer Rim to have her do this speech, which explains why Andor wasn't there, because they send him back to Yavin. Man, Biggs really did Andor dirty, though, at the end of this episode, just leaving him like that. I feel like this is all meant to explain, though, like, oh, maybe this is why Andor and Jyn weren't actually a thing in the Rogue One movie. Or like why they didn't kiss at the end or something, But yeah, like I said, I call balls and strikes where I see them. I'm always honest with my opinions, and I'm not going to lie to you guys. Like, this episode of Andor, I actually enjoyed. And I know, like I remember saying in season 1, like, oh, I enjoyed the episode with the whole One Way Out thing. Like, yeah, that was cute, whatever. But like this, though, like this was really, really good. Like, I think this episode right here so far, and we'll see what happens in the last 3 episodes, but this is the one episode of the series that I would actually go back and rewatch again. Maybe not like all the time or something like that, but if I'm like really bored or something, maybe I'll turn it on. But the show overall still sucks. So let's not get it twisted. One good episode don't change the entire show, okay? Like I said, I just call them where I see them. And I admit that my bias towards Rebels and how much I love that show probably had an influence in why I liked this episode, but I really felt the intensity of it, and the weight of the situation. You have Luthen coming in there, in the middle of the episode, which we hadn't seen Luthen in like, 2.5 episodes. So it's like, oh my gosh, Luthen's finally back. What's he been doing? And then he said like, right, like if she gets arrested, this is all over. So really, like, just adding to the weight of the situation and having Cassian get her out of there, there was a lot of tension built up there. It, like, legit, after I was done with this episode, I'm like, man, I want to go back and watch that episode of Rebels with Mon Mothma in it now. No, who am I kidding? I gotta go to bed. I'm tired. I always try to record these videos, like, you know, after I'm done watching the episode, so I can just give you guys, like, my immediate thoughts. But then because I gotta work, I ain't gonna be able to get this video out probably till like Thursday or Friday, something around there. But yeah, you guys, I think that's gonna wrap us up for today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to everybody, all the people that have always supported me, had my back, all that stuff. To everybody who's been enjoying this show, I hope you guys continue to enjoy it. I'm keeping my fingers crossed that, you know, maybe these last 3 episodes will be pretty decent too. Like, it won't, again, it's not going to turn around the show for me, but like, if we can at least like stick the landing, that's at least something for me, right? So we'll have to see. Thank you guys so much for watching. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, share this video with others to help support the channel, and I will see you guys next time.
I'm glad you're here to tell us these things.